It is official, only a few days left now and the Mini 4 Pro will be available. So in today's video I want to share my thoughts and my upcoming use cases for the Mini 4 Pro basically, and give you 5 reasons why I'm getting this drone even when I have the Mini 3 Pro and the Mavic 3 Classic. And if you just want to know all the specs and features of the Mini 4 Pro, I'll leave 2 videos down in the description below which you can check out. Now the Mini 4 Pro, I think this is the drone that a lot of people have been waiting for, and as a beginner it has omnidirectional sensor, which means it will cover and protect the drone in a 360-degree circle, which is a huge advantage when you're flying in the forest or if you just want to get a close-up shot. And just to have those sensor makes the experience much safer for any beginner, and it allows you to get really close without having the drone suddenly fly forward and crash into an obstacle if you should push the stick forward by accident, which is a huge thing when it comes to a mini drone. And now with the omnidirectional obstacle avoidance sensors, you're also covered from above, below, and each sides, which means the chance of crashing your drone is gonna be minimal. So the side sensors is actually a huge upgrade, especially if you want to be more creative with your drone shots. It allows you to do so much more in tight places where you normally wouldn't risk it. And 6 months ago I really wish I had omnidirectional sensing system. It would have made a huge difference when I was deep into the unknown trying to find some hidden gems. So I might just have to go back there just to test that out. So make sure to stay subscribed and hit that notification bell so don't miss out on the amazing content that will drop with the Mini 4 Pro. Another feature which is coming with the Mini 4 Pro is 4K HDR up to 60 FPS. Now with the Mini 3 Pro we also had this, but it was up to 30 FPS only. So the HQ icon on the frame rates here actually indicates that HDR or dual native ISO, but it's not going to be that active out of the camera HDR. It's going to be HDR ready, which means you can convert it to HDR in post. But HDR or dual native ISO will give you slightly better dynamic range, which gives you more details in the highlights and shadows, which at the end gives a slightly better image. So this has been one of the reasons I've always shot my videos with 30 FPS on the Mini 3 Pro. Even though I wanted to shoot 60 FPS a lot of the time, I ended up using 30 FPS because the quality was slightly better. And now to have this increase to 60 FPS on the Mini 4 Pro is awesome. But it's not a huge upgrade for me personally, but it definitely adds to the list. Another feature which is huge for me though as a solo creator is waypoints. Even though I have this on my Mavic 3 Classic, I'm always taking the Mini 3 Pro because it's silent, it's small, and I just prefer this over the bigger and better Mavic 3. So let's say I want to do a hike, or me and my wife, we will be traveling to the States pretty soon. I will of course bring the Mini 4 Pro and we are definitely going to do some hikes. So when I do those hikes, I can easily, as a solo creator or my wife that has never flown a drone before, it's better for me to set this up using waypoints than hand her the controller. I might actually do that just to show you how easy and beginner friendly the Mini 4 Pro will be with the omnidirectional sensors, but we will come back to that in a later video. But with the waypoints, I can actually make a flight path for the drone to follow before I actually start the hike, which gives me more freedom when I hike, as well as some unique shots and perspectives, because I can actually decide how the drone is going to behave when it comes to a certain point of the path, which I'm actually tripping to test out. I have no idea why, because I have this on the Mavic 3 and I've used it for a long time, but I guess it's just that I prefer flying the Mini 3 Pro, and I assume I will prefer to fly the Mini 4 Pro. So to now be able to have the same thing on the Mini 4 Pro is just a huge upgrade for me personally. So that alone, waypoints is, you know, one of the biggest reasons for me personally. It might not be your favorite thing and your reason to upgrade or buy it, but for me it is, because it makes it so much easier. And I love the Mini 3 Pro. It's so small, it's so silent, and this is the perfect travel drone. There's no better drone on the market right now for me than the Mini 3 Pro. So I am super excited about this Mini 4 Pro. Now another thing we might see in the future, because the omnidirectional obstacle avoidance sensors definitely allows it to be available, is cruise control. Even though there has been no information about this, we might actually see it in a future firmware update, but it also depends on how many or if enough people will request it. So I'm all about that. So if anyone wants to, start something eventually to kind of request cruise control, yes, sign me up, I'm in. Because I can see cruise control being hugely beneficial if you're doing a sideways tracking shot where you want to make it look more professional instead of recording yourself looking down at the controller, as well as in situations where you don't want to spend the time it takes to set up active track. So if this would come to the Mini 4 Pro, it would be a long-lasting drone for sure. Now, to justify my spendings of the new Mini 4 Pro and maybe help you in making the right decision in whether or not you should get this, or if you should upgrade if you already have the Mini 3 Pro, or if you should just stick with the Mini 3 Pro. How will I be using the Mini 4 Pro compared to the Mini 3 Pro, and what's the main reasons I'm getting this, since I already have the Mini 3 Pro, which is a fantastic drone. So when I'm out traveling, whether this is alone or by company, I always bring a drone. And by now you probably know that I prefer the Mini 3 Pro as my main travel drone. So reason number one is definitely going to be waypoints, but also the fact that it is small, it's under 250 grams, it's silent, it has a low weight to it, and the fact that it has a true vertical shooting mode, which is something I really appreciate because I'm trying to become more active on Instagram, and nothing is better than shooting true vertical aspect videos without needing to crop anything. It's just shoot, maybe throw some grading on there, and then upload it to Instagram, and that's one of the things I really like. But with the Mini 3 Pro, it has always been that missing piece, which is waypoints or cruise control. The omnidirectional sensors is a great feature indeed, but I've been flying drones for so many years that it's not really something I need. But where I will take full advantage of the sensors is of course when I do forest hikes, which is something I tried to do with the Mini 3 Pro, and it actually turned out pretty good. But I was still afraid of the drone drifting to either side when it was tracking me, so I ended up taking most of the shots manually by hand. So who knows, maybe I'll end up taking more advantage of the omnidirectional sensors on the Mini 4 Pro. Now, like I said, waypoints, it's a huge feature for me personally and something I'm really looking forward to. But that also means I no longer need the Mavic 3 Classic because I don't really need that Micro Four Thirds sensor. You can just check out my Mini 3 Pro cinematic video from Hawaii, which I created 6 months ago or so. You will get a feel of how the Mini 4 Pro will be. Now, D-Log M is also another color profile I prefer, as it makes the correction and grading of the footage easier when I use the Mini 4 Pro along with the Action 4. Another thing which might make it a cheaper upgrade for me personally is that I already have 4 Mini 3 Pro batteries. So if these are going to be compatible with the Mini 4 Pro, which I strongly believe they will, then that means I only have to get the Mini 4 drone and perhaps the new RC2 controller, which hopefully provides a better and smoother experience than the DJI RC1 controller, which is a laggy ass. And it's a struggle every single time. I still get past it, but I don't like it. So hopefully this new RC2 controller is better optimized, has a better chip inside, and runs smoothly compared to this one. But if that's the case, that the battery is compatible with the Mini 4 Pro, that's a huge benefit for me personally. And I actually looked at a photo of some of the ND filters and the wide angle lens, and they looked pretty similar to the ones for the Mini 3 Pro. So if that's gonna be compatible as well, I have a lot of accessories that I don't have to buy basically. If that's the case, another huge reason for me to upgrade and another way of justifying my purchase of the Mini 4 Pro. Now, the price is also significantly cheaper than the Air 3, for example, at 800 euro for the drone only. I know this can be changed upon release, and it's not confirmed by DJI yet, but let's say it is, and if it is, it's a no-brainer to me. Since I don't bother with zooming either, nor do I need that extra battery life, which is offered by the Air 3, and I can just get the plus batteries for the Mini 4 anyway if I want more flight time. So if the Mini 4 Pro has the same optimized sensor as the Air 3, which might be the case as it has the same settings for HDR, so by optimizing the sensor, it also allows more light to be captured, which increases the image quality and can allow for HDR in a higher frame rate. This is my thoughts, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong and let me know down below. So if this is the case, then it's just another reason to get the Mini 4 Pro in my opinion. So there you have my personal reasons of why I'm getting the Mini 4 Pro. I'm also curious to know your reasons to upgrade or not, what makes you upgrade and what makes you hold off, and what is your favorite feature. Let me know down below. The color grading of all these amazing shots from Hawaii has been made with my Signature LUTs. There is a link with a discount down below if you want to spice up your upcoming Mini 4 Pro videos. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're curious to know my honest, unsponsored review of the Mini 4 Pro, and if you're unsure of whether or not you should get this, I will have the answer a few weeks after the hype has died. If you found any value in today's video, let me know by dropping a like down below, and as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.